Alright, welcome back to the series, guys. So today we're going to build the blog post. First we have our blog in here. This is will be showing our latest post based on the creative time. But basically that we are current just you very stated, and then after that when we connect with the CMS, we're going to have more detail and more functions on this. So when you guys click inside in here, it's jump into the detail one. So the detail we are currently you guys are currently sees is we have in the design. So I think that the design is kind of cool for the detail box in here. First thing we have the H1 and we have the big thumbnail, the big banner like this, and this is like the current very fixed static one, because if you guys have followed to the last tutorial, you will see how I structure and I implement the customize for the sanity when they return the data. So in here we just have the blank text, we have the list, and we have a new letter register in here, you can see, and we also have a code in here, and this is the heading basic stuff and the text, and we have the image. We also have the author in here, and we also have small sections in the below that is more like this. When you click inside, it's also jump into a different the same detail ones. Yeah, so British. So we're going to start this series. We are currently have career prices, and we have blog, and we have about us, and we are still having two more is the team and solutions. So I don't know, I don't sure that the team we are going to build, because that in the about us we also have a team in here already. So if you guys have not watching the team in here, you guys can go back and look for the about us episode. And for the team ones, I think I will skip the team and I will jump directly into the solutions, and I will base on the design. Let's see if I find some beautiful design. I may be considering that we can add more solutions in here. All right, that's it. So we are really near the finished one. We're going to implement all the data for each one in there, and then basically, yeah, we will going to be finished if we want to add more of the functions for receive the data for the email or register stuff. I think this guy, this current approach, you guys can handle it if you have some the results on the internet. But let's see how far I can get for this series. We are currently have a lot of the series already. Okay, so basically we can start. Alright, so basically that if you guys have followed along that we are currently have a very simple page in the block one here, and we have really basic structure, and you guys can create another slug folder in here also, and this is also have a block detail page, but we are just leave it here. So we will build this page first. Okay, so first up we're going to have sections for this one. Yeah, sections in here, and it's pretty basis for this page, because we already have, you guys will know I follow the same format for everyone, for every video in this series. So we also always start with the sections and the container and the subtitle. So for here we're going to have our blog. Yep. Okay, so that's it. Very simple one for this one. And next up we're going to have the heading. So for this one, you guys can use the heading components we already have, and for us we have H1 for this. And for the for the content itself, you guys can go to the design and have a look for this. But it's temporary, don't have anything yet for this design, so we will add in here. Okay, so for this one we have the text hero, we have the lieutenant. Okay, and for this one we need to have a text Y also for, but let's do for this guy. So if we have some descriptions, okay, so take Y for this. We also have the description for this ones, and I will pass the some of the lorums here. Okay, yep, that's it. And let's check on the desktop versions. We want to have the mask width for this, MD, and MT.6 for this to both push it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I just wanted that really short one. Okay, so moving further, we close this one off. So we're going to create a grid system for this, so you guys can follow my code in here. We're going to create the first go into two column, and when in the mobile going to turn one, because we want to put the latest blog post. If you remember that, we're going to put the latest blog post in here. So basically that we're going to have something like this. So if you guys can go from here and by sending this stuff, okay, the hero block A, okay, hero, so we're missing one. Yeah, so if you guys can go, remember that in the hero sections we have the block boss. So if I paste it in here, you will understand what it will look like. Yeah, in here. So if you guys go into the home page, we already have the block box sections. I remember here. So you guys can review this ones, and you guys can create it into the components based on your need. But I will do it when I have the data first. So it's very simple ones, and we don't want to mess it up. So just keep it very simple, straightforward. So just copy the old ones from here, and then you guys can create with the dynamic data based on what you guys want. So for this case, I go into create two of this. So I just want the latest one for this verse for the top. So yeah, in the mobile you guys won't see the difference, but in the desktop ones you guys going to see. Oh, where is my, all right, yeah, here. Okay, so in the desktop versions you guys going to see there is two of this. Okay, so all right, so next up we're going to build the grid system for three of the other ones, or the boss. So in here below the grid two columns, we're going to create another grid with the MD going to be 3 columns. And for this one we use exactly the same with the current ones here. So if you guys pass in that, you guys will see something familiar like this here. But here is the thing that we have a small change in the aspect ratio in here. So if you guys can see that the aspect ratio of the latest one going to have the high is 350 in overall one, but in the desktop but the other one, three of the other one below going to have the height for only 250 in the desktop one, and in the mobile it will take 250, the same with the above. Yeah, is it clear enough for you guys? So you guys can copy something familiar like this and just use 3 of this in here. So I will basically close this one like this, and I think it's already very simple one, just already build HTML and Tailwind in here. Okay, see, very simple one. So for the detail one, when we click inside, it will jump into the dynamic one, right? So basically I will text in here for this one. So let me open this one. So if you guys click into the image, it will lead into the block -8, and also with the heading, if you click in the heading, it also lead into the block -8. So click in here. Yeah, here you can see that we are in the block -8. So basically that the dynamic route already work. So I'm going to build for the block detail ones. So if I go a little bit too fast, I think you guys can pause and just go along through to practice the eye and the design and also the Tailwind hard skill. Yeah, because we will want to save the time for you guys that you guys can go along very simple one, right? Okay, so for the next one, so the next one we will do with the same one. The first going to have the sections here, and the second one going to have the container here. Cool. So for the section one, we're going to have the class name for this. So the class name secondary that 950 for the color, and for the container we also have the div for this one, and just that. Let's see. So when you guys click in here, you're supposed to go something. Okay, we have the section already. Here we have the sections. So let me pull the design real quick. Okay, let me pull the design in here. So you guys can see that the design, this is the design for the content here. So basically that we don't have the background for the FVG yet, so we should have the pool color for the green one. So I using this one, but I keep the same theme with the background one. So basically that in here you can see we have buttons back to the block, we have the sections with the hero, and we have author, we have share, and we have image, and we have the detail box, right? It's very look like the way I do it, but it look really different to the structure. Okay, so if you want to have more detail into the spacing, you guys can practice along with this. All right, so next step we're going to have first we're going to target into the mobile. So for the sections and container we already have. All right, so for the grid ones we're going to build something familiar to this. So this is have a little bit tricky for this. First, this divide into 2 columns. This have 4 columns, and this have 2 columns. Okay, so if I turn on the rig in here, let me check. Do we have that? Yeah, we have here. So in here you see that this guy, the author, take 2 columns in here. Okay, so you see the image and the hero take in total is 8. So I also divide into 4. This will be the same. So the back here will take also 2 columns. Okay, so is it very simple and straightforward for you guys? So if you guys see in my code in here, I divide it into 8 in the desktop one. Okay, cool. So now we're going to code one by one. First is this 2 column. Okay, so for the 2 columns, yeah, we're going to have this code block in here. Let me install link and image here. Cool, save. So first thing, let me explain. This div going to span 2 columns in the desktop, and in the mobile version also take 2, because in the mobile version the big grid system going to turn into 1. So no matter what you are going to have spent on this, it still stay in the 1. And for the flat, we're going to have flat columns on this. So if you can see that this is the mobile versions, and this is also the desktop versions, everything aligned with the design. Is it? Yeah, it's just the difference is the opacity for this author and the title, but I think it's not the big deal. You guys can handle it. It's very easy, right? I trust you guys can do it. Okay, so for this is it simple, very simple one. So you guys remember to add the link in here back to the blog. Okay, so close it up. Next up we're going to have the complex ones. So the complex one going to be this system. So okay, let me think. So for this guy we're going to have first, we're going to have a div for this. So let's put it here. Okay, so this div going to be something like this in the in the mobile, and in the desktop it will take something like this. So the difference is when you see the design, this image is already a little bit up in here, right? But I want to do is very straightforward into only grid system, and the image will do it below in here. Okay, so you will see is that this grid system we have 8 in here. Let me turn on my tool here. So you see that we have only a column in here, and you will see there is no image going to be in below. The image going to be in the different sections. Okay, very simple ones. So this is going to have 4 columns in every field, and it will turn one into the mobile one. Okay, cool. Next up, we're going to have a sharing icons. So the sharing icon, simple ones, just do very simple. If you want to have sharing stuff, you can also have the sharing based on what do you want. So in here, I just do the fast demo for you guys to able to understand the flow of it. So in here, you can change the logo, and you can also add the link in there. Yeah, okay, very simple ones here. So all right, so we were going to start with the detail bars in here. Oh, so here we have the thing, and here we're going to close this guy and continue. Please create a first in the panel. So the container, that's container, the panel fronts. So the panel going to be have the things something like this, the image. Okay, so we have the width full, the height full, the row. This is wrong, just delete it, forgive me. Okay, we have head full, we have width full, and object cover. So in the desktop one, if just have full height, full width based on the section of this guy. So basically that we're going to have a clear image, something like this. So you guys will see that it's not look like the design so much, but in the overall, in the design, if you guys zoom something like this, you will see that the image in over here, right? Yeah, but in my stuff, the image will take full width. So this is the heading going directly in the eye. So I think this is more optimized. And if you put the image in here, it look a little bit like not too freedom. So just put it here. Okay, so we have the image for the banner. Close it up. Oh, let me check. Oh yeah. All right, so we need also inside of this div, you guys can create one more div, which will have the mask width. We have the MD8. Sorry, the margins is 8. So we have the margin top and the margin bottom. In the mobile, going to take 8, and in the desktop, going to take 16. And we have flag column. We have gap also. So what if this will stand out? This will go into represent for the container of the every individual, every components going to pass inside the data. So for example, that we're going to have first thing first, we have the text here. So we have one individual. We have we're going to have a list. So before the paragraph, passing this list. So we see that this list going to have first, we have the S3 to have the title, flag column, red basis. And for the list here, we have a list in here. We have a list in here. We have a list in here. So everything going to be very basis, because that here is will be look like when we do basic stuff. So in here, if you don't want to have A, you can do lorums. Yeah, cool. It be based on what do you want. Here, lorem. So I can also do a lorums. Lorem or lorem, guys. I'm not sure. Okay. So for this one, just copy and paste for this. And yeah, you guys can customize based on your needs. I very encourage you guys to doing that, because based on my observations, we will going to have a lot of the real experience for every tutorial. So in my series, I don't want to code along so much. I just want to copy and paste for you guys that. Okay, so here is the how you're going to do, how the flow going to be, how we are going to be solve the problem of the code. So I hope that you guys can able to go along and to understand what is the flow going to be look like. First, we need to have section container. We have divide to the heading, and then we go into divide into the layout stuff. All right, no more talking. Going to have the next step. What is the next step? Okay, so next step. Okay, we have the new letter. Cool. So we have the new letter in the home page. If you guys remember, let me turn off again. Here we have the new letter on the home page. So we're going to have the same for the block detail below this one. Hold on, yeah, below this one. Okay. Okay, where we at here. Okay, so the block detail, very simple, very straightforward. So if you guys can see is that the way I do is very technical, very copy and paste, but here the thing that it's already have been structure layout from the responsive and from the desktop also. So you can see is that in desktop I don't worry too much about responsive, also for the mobile, because I already have finished my homework about the responsive update website. All right, so is it simple enough? Yeah, it's kind of simple. I like the flow with it, so I will try to take more advantage of the flow. Okay, so if you guys just want to go along with me, I'm fine with that. But if you guys want creative with that and you guys want to do something fun, it's also fine. Okay, cool. And next up, because I already put the shortcode in the below, so you guys don't need to worry about the time constraint, etc. Okay, so I just want to do very convenient. Okay, so next up we're going to have a quote, right? So this is going to have quote here, quote. Okay, so this is cannot command straight. Oh yeah, quote. So the quote going to be look like, oh, something wrong for this. The quote is down inside, I guess. Quote. Okay, very strange. Okay, so the layout is correct, but why is take the full week? Let me check. Oh, okay. It's supposed to be inside this. Cool. So the code is something's wrong. Something filled up. I filled it up for the code. So let me turn off the text. What is it here? So the text going to have white. Yep. Okay, first thing first, text white. With font. Let's check. This div. Okay, let me check that div. All right, so I think in this sense, math is okay. So we will also use the math width is to it else in the sense. So let's reflect on that. Yeah, you guys please add one more math width in here. So okay, I get it. Okay, I get it, guys. So you guys can move sorry, just remove the mask width here. You guys can move the new letter and the code inside like this. So basically that you guys will have the same structure for this one. Okay, cool. So basically I put outside, so it don't take the mask width of the container of the detail one. So in here we already have the code. The code here. We have the new letter, we have the list, and we have the image, and we have the block contents. So it's very simple. I love it. I love this design so much. Okay, so for the symbol one, we do the symbol, the block content. Yeah. Okay, so the block content will start with a first div. So the div going to be still in the same of the components of the content. Sorry. So the component content will have mask width to it else. Okay, so we have the block content here. We have the image going to be in the below. and we also have the block content on the below also. Okay, cool. Here formatted. Okay, and okay, let's have a look. Yeah, first block content, headings and image, and then the block content and the headings and the image. No image. Okay. All right. I think this very I think it's, I love the design so much. It's very clean, very go straightforward. All right. So next up, we're going to have the outer, right? Oh yeah, we're going to have the outer for this guy. For the outer, you guys are going to have this code. Okay. So let's close the block content, image, also the block content. So the outer still in the same the container with 3XL. Okay, don't get confused about this. Okay, so just pass this live code. So for the LinkedIn share, I am going to use the LinkedIn for the footer. If you guys know what the LinkedIn for the footer is, it's going to have the black ones because the background of the outer going to have Apache pasture. All right. What do you call pages? Okay, page, right? Page. So in the desktop, it is look like from the outer, but in the mobile, it look very weird, right? So just turn into the columns, and we have the image. We have here. Oh yeah. So we turn into the column, flag columns, and in the desktop going to have a flag row. Oh, very simple ones. Okay, flag column. Turn it. Yep. All right. I think this look better, right? It's better than the flag row, but I don't like the fact that this space is so much. Where is it? Oh, it's the gap. Oh yeah, because the gap. Oh my god. Let's turn off the gap. Yeah. All right. So in the mobile versions, turn off the gap, please. And in the desktop, skip the gap, please. Okay. There is nothing look so cool on this. Yeah, turn on the gap. The mobile. Right? Is it fast, guy? The way I do it, it's really fast, right? But I hope you guys can have some insight for this. All right, we have one more things to put in here. That is the more like this. Okay, cool. So close everything, close the content, close the panel. So it will be below like this. First, creative. Second ones, make a subtitle for this. Here, this is the subtitle. Okay. So the subtitle, we have the subtitle component, but we don't have all the component. That is really lazy one. So you need to create it. All right. So we have the subtitle for this one. Put it here. Let's see. Okay, more like this. Cool. So you guys remember we have 3 of the blog posts in the below in here. All right. Just do a lazy stuff. Copy here and then paste in here. That's it. Okay, cool. That's it. Very simple ones. When we have the data, we also can have a separate components, and at a time, very pure refactor stuff, refactor code. Okay. All right. I think we have already good for this tutorial. How long does it take? Oh my god, 28 minutes for this. I think it's really fast, but imagine I code along with this. It takes a lot of time. Yeah, cool. We already finished the block ones in here. So this is the block, and we also have the block detail, very consistencies here. Yeah, it looks very good. We also have the article more related. We click in here, it's also jump into the same box. Okay, cool. All right, I think we can stop this video in here. So thank you guys once again for supporting my channel. Let me show you the in overall. So the overall we have 600 and 17 people have subscribed my channels in the past month. That's very good. I mean, like, that's very a goal I have achieved for only 100, but we already have reached into 600. I mean, so the next goal going to be have 1000. But here the things. So currently my YouTube channel have two type content for you guys. So the first going to have a tutorial, pure tutorial for front end, and for the CMS going to be full stack a little bit. But we are going to have a second one is going to have for Vietnamese, and I would say I will talk about like the self development, about the self experience for the younger generations or the same age, or I don't know, a little bit older maybe. So here the thing that if you guys jump into the image like me in here with the word something like this, if you want to hear it, you guys can have a subtitle, but if not, just walk through it, because this content going to create for Vietnamese people. And yeah, for Vietnamese people that we have a lot of people can speak English, but there is not too much people able can hear and speak. But so that's the reason I want to do a type content for Vietnamese also in my channel. So yeah, so just bear with me, just stay with the series. I know that this is very late, so my last update is for the third, for the 3 for the mate. So this update going to have the tomorrow going to have about 50 days for the next tutorial. So I currently is also in the switching job, so it's kind of busy for me. So I hope that you guys will understand it. And yeah, I mean, like, just stay around, because that we are going to have a lot of different kind of video in my channel. Maybe I can also do the self-help in the English versions. Yeah, it's also a good idea. Okay, so all right, enough judges. And yeah, thank you you guys again for supporting the channel. It's very meaningful to me. Yeah, we have 242 hour with very massive one. Yeah, okay, so I think let's go. I'm very excited to reach 1000. Yeah, thank you guys again. I love it that. All right, so once again, thank you guys for staying to the end. See you guys in the next episode. Okay, bye bye.